Shalom, shalom. How y'all doing? It's your brother Tamar with Dear Damn Crown Thinking. I pray y'all doing well. I pray y'all blessed. If this your first time to the channel, if this your second time to the channel, third time to the channel, if you haven't liked, commented, subscribe, please do. You're gonna help me grow this channel. My whole purpose, goal, and intent is to help people evolve, grow, and build. My goal is to eventually start hitting up some of these schools, really start building with people, helping people grow, specifically the young generation too. But anyways, I want to talk about some principles, man, that I feel like it's going to help every man, especially brothers of my likeness. First, I want to say, I understand the man who doesn't feel understood. Alright? And the great part about this is, in a lot of cases, a lot of men don't, right? This is not to defend or to protect or to vouch for any negligence that you have done on my behalf, but this is just me saying I do understand the concept. Because truth be told, most men out there learn to suffer in silence. And we learn to suffer in silence because a lot of times you are not taught how to communicate. You are not taught how to regulate your emotions. You are not taught how to deal with problems and have problem-solving solutions when issues come about. With that being said, this creates a general problem with all the men, making it now the current society that we dwell in. Most of us don't understand conflict resolution and problem-solving skills, especially in the black community. Why? Because we've been taught, number one, to love this stuff. We've been taught to love what we can't control because we didn't have the jobs in certain areas. We learned to sell drugs, you know what I'm saying? Not understanding that pursuit of getting money to take care of your family was going to destroy another family of your likeness, therefore killing us as a people. The problem about society today, most young people don't even understand history from the dynamic and the viewpoint of people that even look like them. Most of the history that you know about is about the forefathers of America who established this place, and in a lot of cases are very inferior to you in the dynamic of the way that they perceived you. Alright? A lot of these constructs that we believe in, race, ethnicity, in this society are cultural and customary norms that they created to give us dynamic and viewpoint on today. But I want to bring this up because I think it's important, especially for our young men and older men alike, because a lot of times that young man is just inside of an old man's body. Alright? You ain't been taught how to view life, how to perceive things, right? And you have become frustrated with a problem that you see, but you can't necessarily deem what it is because you don't know how to put it in words, because nobody ever sat you down and talked to you about it. No older man ever sat down with you and built what you wanted. Even the same thing with our sisters, it's the same concept on the other end, whether it's from a father or from a mother. But something that I want to talk about here today is about evolving. Alright? Starting is starting, bro. Or sis. Starting is starting. Just start. You know, a lot of times we, as I'm just speaking again as a present black man, and I'm not even a black man. That's a concept that was given to us. But let's just say, in today's time, I talk to a lot of men and I can see where the problem that I have, they have. And one of those big problems and issues is you feel like you don't have access to certain places. And granted, there's always going to be something that you don't got access to some degree or capacity. But with us as a people, that's become extremely toxic. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had a lot of parents, older men, older women telling you or even helping you go in the path of things that's going to be beneficial for your future as young people. That's very rare. I mean, we are usually pointed in a direction that benefits or stimulates the economy of America. And that's going to be sports. That's going to be being a rapper. That's going to be, being in television, entertainment realm, and all those different things. You know, I'm into music. I love those type of things. Those are parts of us. But we got to see how we wasn't just that. You know, and I'm just giving paradigm. I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with those areas, but in general, generally speaking, we as a people have been demoted so much because we don't have a lot of stuff that we can be confident in as a people. There's not really a lot of things we can say, man, I'm just devoutly confident about this particular thing, because a lot of the things have died off, you know, but that's why I'm here to talk about evolving and talk about growing. Man, look, learn as much as you can. Do as much as you can. Be as much as you can. There's so many skill sets you can learn out there, and you don't even got to go that path in your life. That ain't even got to be about your destination. But I was reading this book, and in the book it was talking about how you can have multiple purposes in one. And sometimes them purposes that you have that circulate around your core purpose will help you become more useful for your purpose in general. Those diameter things that you do. You know, for instance, a man could play football in his life, and getting up and going to practice could be part of the journey for him to rehearse the acts of that purpose to become better for that game. The purpose is the game. And then in general, you might have an even greater purpose. We're trying to go to the championship. So then the micro levels of growth are going to be very useful for your end goal. It's the same concept when that person get out of school, and you can see it with men who play sports, who have that knit and that grit to pursue through something because they learned the principles while they was in that phase of their life, and they took it and they put it in another place. So I think it's important for us as young men to have that type of mindset and understand that evolving is important. But in order for you to get to a place of the equation of growth, you have to submit to the process of growth. That's very important. You can't get the outcome and you didn't put the income in. You can't withdraw what you never deposited into that bank. You know what I'm saying? So I want to encourage young men, young women, people who understand where I'm coming from. Cause look, I wasn't always like this. I didn't always think like this. And I didn't always want to go this direction with my life where I'm helping people, coaching people, mentoring people to get to greater places in their life, to evolve to greater places in their life. But at the end of the day, I want to help people build. I want to help people develop. I want to help people grow. I want to help people look in the mirror and see something greater than what they typically see, because it's worth it. You're worth it. You know what I'm saying? Stop demoting yourself of what you know you can be because you simply not putting forth the actions to do it. So again, I've been talking about evolvement. I've been talking about being here presently as a young black man, how I've been able to perceive and grow in life. But the start of all this is understanding why you have to apply this principle. And applying this principle starts with first starting. If you need to sit down and say, hey man, I got some lack, but where do I start? All right. I'm not good at cooking. All right. I'm not good at cooking, but I want to learn to cook. Start with something basic. Start with something basic. You can't go to cuisine meal off the rip. You got to understand that micro growth is growth. And I'm going to keep preaching that message to the choir because the choir needs to hear that. Micro growth is growth. Start small. And then as you continue to apply yourself, in time, it'll get better. In time, you'll be able to get to the places that you desire to get to. And that's a fact. So y'all be blessed. It's your brother Zamar. I pray y'all continue to grow and evolve. Big love. Shalom.